welcome to day 21 of my craft room clear out. I'm Sarah Jane from Cards and a Cuppa, and I'm using my stamp sets one last time before I say goodbye. My craft room is stuffed to the brim and I need to sort it out. So I'm going to have a little play today with So Hoppy Together. And I did have a look through my stash and found these stitched hexagon dies from Pretty Pink Posh that apparently I haven't even used. I won't be selling these because they're a staple and I can use them with lots of stamp sets. So I'm just working through the stamp sets first, but I thought I'd break out these. So we'll start by cutting these apart. I've had a look and they are still available on Pretty Pink Posh. But when I ordered that, they came with these little supporting bars from when they were made. I assume they still come like that. So I thought I'd just go through breaking them apart with you before I start this card. So I've just got a little pair of snips, I suppose they are, and all you do is go around and disconnect them each one by one. So I'll do the inside ones first, and then I'll go back and take the remaining parts off. What you want to try and do is hold on to them so they don't ping off and you don't end up finding them like a piece of Lego at an inappropriate time, normally when you have no shoes on. So I would recommend just holding the, try not to stab yourself either. Perhaps use a piece of kitchen roll to hold the end so that you don't stab yourself like I just did. And it will just catch the little offcuts. And that's that. So you get 3 dies in this set and they're dual stitched, so they cut in the center. So I'm going to make an aperture card today. But obviously when you die cut that out, you'll have the die cut with the stitch on the inside, so you can use it as a panel. But if you die cut it out from a piece of card, then you'll have the stitching still where the hole is. So I'll show you a bit more of that in a second. Now I've took the dies apart, what I'm going to do is do the card base. Oh, I've also got myself a nice new trimmer blade, so I'll just replace that. Okay, so I'm going to do, let's start with the paper. I have this Pretty Petals Designer Series paper stack, and I thought I would use this scalloped blue paper. It was sort of, I thought it looked a bit watery, so I've gone with a Pacific Point card base. Now I'm going to cut it at 14.8. as I'm going to do top folding but horizontal rather than vertical. So cut at 14.8, score at 10.5. And then I'm going to do a Whisper White layer. So I'm going to cut that at 14.3 by 10. So my idea is to die cut this large hexagon from the white card layer and add the paper behind it to make an aperture of sorts. And then I'm going to stamp one of these images and sit it on the front there. I'm going to stamp that onto wisp white and colour it in with my blend. So I'll get this die cut first. And it doesn't matter that the hexagons are right to the top, because the stitching is slightly inside the die, so bear with me. So here we are. And that's our aperture done. So I'm just going to trim this to go behind. I'm literally going to cut it just 2 millimeters smaller by about 13, because obviously most of that will be covered up by the card, but we need the full height like that, but we don't want it overhanging, so that would be perfect. And so I'm going to glue around this card layer rather than on the paper. So that's the paper layer, and so let's stamp the frogs next. And because we're colouring with blends, I'm going to use Memento ink, and I think I might do this unicycle frog today. Lovely. So I've got granny apple green, light and dark, and maybe a bit of the light old olive as well. Let's see how we get on. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that out. In the end, I'm just going to add him to the side here think I'll stick this bit down and then add dimensionals on the top part. Maybe some mini dimensionals for the hands. I have to cut that in half even. And so I'm just going to add a sentiment here. I think I might put that on a banner. So might do you can do anything. And these little bees as well. I had a few of these bees around. Okay, so like that. Cute. And some more thick white card for the sentiment. And I'll colour those little bees in with yellow marker. This is Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to use Light Pool Party again. And Wink of Stella on the wings. So I'm just add the sentiment banner with dimensionals, and then I'm just going to glue the card front to the Pacific Point card base. And so that's today's card using So Hoppy Together, and we've made this cute aperture card using the little frogs and a die cut hexagon with some pattern paper behind it. I hope you've enjoyed today's card, and I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Thanks for watching today.